Hello and welcome to Timmy Horton Outdoors. In today's show, we're going to cover my recent win at the Bassmaster Elite Series presented by ARE down at Lake Okeechobee. Whether you're going to a new lake just for fun fishing, you got a club tournament, or it's a big major event, we're going to discuss the ins and outs and how important practice is to be successful out on the water. You guys stay tuned. Now, when I seen that and I knew I didn't have to deal with any major winds, except for at the end, that one surprised me, I was able to go down south and commit to an area that I had a lot of success in the past. We went to a part of Lake Okeechobee called South Bay. Now, this area is really great when it comes to spawning areas and just has a huge population. And one of the reasons I chose it, I knew I was getting away from where the launch site was and possibly getting away from a lot more of the competition. That's a big aspect to be able to win a major tournament like this. Aspect number two was that this was a place that I had won in the past. In December of 2004, I actually won a tournament down on Lake Okeechobee where I was doing this very same thing. Now, a lot of people think February, December, how can things be similar? But Lake Okeechobee, the bass start spawning in late October, and they do it all through February, and that's exactly what these fish were doing. We went to Lake Okeechobee a few years ago and did this very pattern. There we go. Stay hooked. Stay hooked. Yes. Oh, goodness. That gives you a chance tomorrow right there. Oh my gosh, yes. Day 4 took me through a whirlwind of emotions. It was the most amazing situation that I've had happen in competitive fishing. An 8.5 pound lead and not be able to catch the fish that built you to that lead. I decided I'm going to go down south. They're predicting a northeast wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. But I thought with the area that I had, if there was enough east in it, I would be protected by the island that was there. That didn't happen. It was a real strong north wind, and when I got there, you could put your lure in the water just under the surface and you couldn't see it. Let's go to the rear of the boat and see what else was key components. Now, the 8-foot Powerpole blades. Now, when you're fishing down in Florida, or anywhere else for that matter, but especially in Florida, they are an absolute must. Talking about flawless execution, being able to pull up on those reed heads. We had a good breeze blowing almost every day, hitting the button, letting the poles go down, working all of those reeds and being as quiet as possible without having to stay on the trolling motor and be able to pitch to every target allowed me to have that 30-pound bag. Now, also talking about making big, long runs. We made runs each day over 60 miles round trip. And the days we had to run the rim ditch, you're talking about a 100-mile round trip. The mercury never faltered, it never failed. You got to have confidence in your equipment to make a run like that to be able to win a major event. The other thing, we're fishing mainly landing in these places in 2 and 3 foot of water, pulling the trim up as you're coming down off pad. But think about this, you've made a long run up into these places. You don't want to have to idle out that far. The Atlas jack plate, being able to get that engine up, tucked under the Z21, under the hull, and being able to take off was absolutely key. Let's go take a look at the tackle we used. It was a great event, one that I'll never forget for a long time, and we just wanted to share it with you on our show here with Timmy Horton Outdoors. We appreciate you watching, we enjoy teaching, and we hope today's show taught you a little bit that's going to help you prepare for a big tournament or just to go out fun fishing. We'll see you guys again right here next week on Timmy Horton Outdoors.